Hi, my name is James Eddy and I'm a Bachelor of Journalism graduate from the University of Queensland in 2016. Throughout my degree, I've endeavoured to progress my skills, both through close consultation with mentors and tutors, but also hands-on work and internships, namely with Sky News and the Brisbane Broncos Media Team. Additional to that has been the hands-on nature of my degree, which has put me in great standing moving into a career in 2017. The following is a compilation of the work I've completed in 2016, taking a quick snapshot at a recent story I completed on the overdevelopment that's currently occurring in Brisbane, before making a segue straight into some of the work I've completed with the Brisbane Broncos throughout this year. I really hope you enjoy it. Thank you. One look at the Brisbane landscape, or the city skyline, and it's clear to see the development is ongoing and rapid. Not only offices for sale, but buildings, infrastructure from West End to Toowong. Here, two buildings across the road from one another, due to finish at the same time. In a recent report filed by the Washington Strategic Studies Association, it was found that Australia and its capital cities are potentially 6 weeks away from a debilitating housing collapse. The reasons for this are said to be many, however include of course the bank's reduction in foreign investment and the changing policies, and of course the overdevelopment that we are seeing, namely in Brisbane, Melbourne and Sydney. The ramifications of this are yet unknown, however it's said that it could have an influential effect on the housing market and could leave many in a state of debt. For Jack TV, this has been James Eddy in Brisbane. Hi guys, James here for Broncos TV. Now the Broncos are back in Brisbane this week after a tough trip to New Zealand last round, and we're kicking the weekend off early on Thursday evening with a game against the Canberra Raiders at Suncorp Stadium. Two exciting teams, massive names in both the forward packs and the back lines. So let's check up on what some of the major matchups are going to be on Thursday night. So let's take a look at two of the bigger men up front who are going to wreak absolute havoc on the opposition defence this Thursday night at Suncorp. Of course, Sammy Thaiday and the new recruit for the Raiders, Junior Paulo. Now, Sammy Thaiday, week in and week out, turns up and does his job to the best of his ability. He's an absolutely fantastic player who gets so involved in defence and racks up huge numbers nearly every week. Of course, his running game is also strong. It takes about 3 to 4 defenders to take him down. You can see that last weekend against the Warriors. There were 2 or 3 off him at all times. Of course, his defence is going to be of the utmost necessity playing against Junior Paulo this week. He ran straight over the top of Jamie Buhrer in his debut for the Raiders last weekend, and will be looking to impress again against the big name Brisbane Broncos at Suncorp Stadium. Expect him to put on a few massive runs and hits. Sammy Thaiday is well up to the task though. Now, if these big men up front get a lot of go-forward ball and put their teams on the front foot, it's only going to mean good things for the speedsters on the wing in Corey Oates and Jordan Rapana. These two have been excitement machines this year for their respective teams and will be out to do exactly the same this weekend. Oates, of course, coming off his debut Origin game, had an absolute cracker and has been in fine form for the Broncos on the wing this year. He'll be out to make sure that Jordan Rapana, a tackle bust machine, he's got some fantastic feet on him and he's quick as lightning, making sure that he doesn't get away from him at any stage of the game. Of course, when these two come together, expect a few high balls perhaps from Benny Hunt and of course Blake Austin, but there should be fireworks whenever these two collide.
My name is James Eddy, and I grew up in a relatively unconventional way. See, my father works in residential colleges, and as a result, that is where I grew up. For the most part in Brisbane, and around 200 men living at King's College on the University of Queensland's campus. Now, being immersed in this melting pot of culture from a young age has shaped me into the man I am today, but also the experiences as well. Whether it be a lack of sleep due to drunken yelling at the age of 12 years old, or being frightened by the sheer size of these young men, I had to learn fast and adapt to my surroundings. Now, colleges are often written off as cesspools, full of binge drinking, misogyny, sexism and arrogance, but after 22 years, I can say this is not the case. It is a culture built around mateship, competitiveness, and learning. A chance to meet your mates that you'll have for the rest of your life and grow and change into a better man. I have to say, I wasn't sheltered growing up.